It took away his life.
Definitely the worst day of my life. Life isn't worth living.
But he was determined to prove him wrong. Eyewitness News reporter Adrian Alpert takes us on a local singer's road to recovery.
I've never seen anything to the extent of this patient's injury.
He probably lost 2 to 3 liters of blood in the field.
The patient, Jason Black, professional opera singer, nearly decapitated in an accident with a glass tabletop. Ironically, Jason's more worried about his precious voice than his life.
We're gonna need a lot more blood. There is a huge laceration or a gash to the right side of his neck. It was extending from close to his earlobe down to his chest.
The day of the accident was definitely the worst day of my life.
We were actually taking a glass table down to our garage, and we had 2 young boys helping us move, and Jason was on one end, and the kid dropped the table.
It cracked all the way up to the top of the glass, leaving a jagged edge that came straight down like a guillotine on Jason's neck and cut his head almost off.
Please be careful. I'm an opera singer.
At this point, it wasn't about saving his voice, it was about saving his life.
But to Jason, his voice is his life.
Jason feels like if he can't sing, life isn't worth living for, because music is such the core of who he is.
The average adult holds about 12 pints of blood. Jason has already lost more than 6.
There was so much blood, I thought he was gonna die.
I'm worried because the neck is an extremely tricky place to work.
They didn't think Jason was going to make it.
Mrs. Black.
I was met by the doctor, and he's prepping me, and Tasha, you gotta be strong, and you gotta stay strong for him, and you gotta tell him you love him, and anything else you wanna tell him. And I Sam Wayne. And he was able to whisper, it's, I love you so much.
Grab that chest tray.
Dr. Khalili clamps all of the severed blood vessels one by one.
And we can immediately see large injury to his internal and external jugular veins.
Now the surgeon turns his attention to Jason's voice.
All right. Well, let's see if this guy's gonna sing again.
There's a small nerve that runs just behind the carotid artery, and it innervates his vocal cords.
Everything depends on the critical laryngeal nerve. If it's severed, Jason's career is over. Dr. Khalili's saved Jason's life. But for Jason, survival is bittersweet.
Him not being able to sing is almost like him being taken away. It took away who Jason is.
Jason faces many months of rehabilitation, and even if he recovers his speaking voice, no one knows if he'll ever sing a note again.
Jason Black, an opera singer with a voice so good, he'd already been cast as a lead tenor before the age of 25. But Jason is not singing now. His beautiful voice reduced to a whisper from a near-fatal accident in January. He was moving a heavy glass table, and it broke.
The remaining piece that was above me came down kind of like a guillotine. It paralyzed my right arm, my diaphragm, and my right vocal cord.
But Jason Black has defied the odds before, quickly returning to the stage after a car accident 3 years ago that broke his bones and injured his brain.
I'm supposed to be dead. Twice.
Well, no, you're not.
Well, if you ask a doctor, I went to God. I mean, when humans can't give you what you need, and you're not even sure yourself what you need, you have to go higher.
Jason Black has lost most of his voice. He has not lost his faith.
If I'm still here, there's a reason. And I think I'm going to be amazing at whatever that is.
Adrienne Alpert, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
And out of nowhere, I just said, hello?
And I said, I think your voice is getting better.
And I said it again, just sort of out of disbelief. Hello? And so I had my voice back.
Each day, his voice got stronger and stronger.
I spent the rest of my time for the next week or two focusing on just speaking and getting louder and stronger and getting a more solid tone.
Jason would try to sing, and it was scary.
And, you know, after 2 weeks working it back, I could sing.
This is Jason today. Jason and his wife Tasha are singing together again. They met in college and were still newlyweds when Jason was hurt. 3 years before that, Jason had been severely injured in another accident.
Every time we're on stage singing, it's a miracle. I feel so lucky to have him, twice almost dead, to be standing by me and sharing our love of music and creating together.
Well, have you been to a doctor to have them look at your vocal cords and tell you what's happened in there?
I don't care. I can sing.
Jason and Tasha Black are making a demo recording, auditioning, and sharing their message of inspiration.
All things are possible through God, you know. Even when everybody assures you that there is no hope, there's always some.
Jason and Tasha believe that, like the words of their song, this is a miracle of faith and love.
The commitment of love is what can get you back from when you're down. You know, it's what brings you back to where you belong.
Is that what got you back?
No question.
Absolutely.
No question.
Yeah. Our love is really, really strong.
Adrienne Alpert, ABC7 Eyewitness News.